Hi, I'm Dr. Julian Vance. Every day you get a choice to stay the same or to become better. Not better than others, but better than yesterday's you. Most people wait for the right moment to start, but the truth is, the right moment is now. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take one small step, believe in yourself before anyone else does, and keep moving even when it's hard. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from patience, discipline, and courage. This book isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about becoming stronger, calmer, and more focused every single day. Because better isn't a place you reach, it's a mindset you build. So if you're ready to stop waiting and start growing, let's begin.
Chapter 1. Start where you are. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to start. Most people spend years waiting for the right moment, the right tools, or the right feeling. But here's the truth. The right moment doesn't exist. Life never waits for you to feel ready. You become ready only after you start. Think about it. A baby doesn't wait until they fully understand how to walk. They just take a step, fall, and try again. That's how learning works. Progress begins when you take action, not when everything feels safe or certain. Every small step you take builds confidence, and confidence is something you create, not something you wait for. Many people say, "I'll start when I have more time," or "I'll start when things get easier." But waiting is a trap. The more you wait, the heavier the fear becomes. The only way to defeat fear is through movement. The moment you act, fear starts to lose its power. The moment you move, life begins to move with you. There's a story of a man who wanted to start a business, but he kept delaying it because he didn't have the perfect plan. One day, he finally decided to start small, selling his idea to just a few people online. That small start turned into something bigger. What changed wasn't his resources, but his mindset. He stopped waiting and started acting. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a real decision. A decision to use what you already have. The most successful people you know didn't wait until they had it all figured out. They began while they were still learning. They built the bridge as they walked across it. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. She wrote her first Harry Potter book in coffee shops while raising her child alone. She didn't wait for ideal conditions. She started where she was, broke, tired, and unsure. But she kept going. And because she started, everything else followed. Or think about Michael Jordan. When he didn't make his high school basketball team, he could have given up. But he didn't. He trained harder, even when no one was watching. He started again from failure, and that beginning turned him into a legend. Every great success story has one thing in common. Someone started before they felt ready. They didn't have all the answers, but they had the courage to begin. And that courage changed everything. You might be thinking, "But I'm not talented enough, or I don't have the tools." The truth is, talent grows with use. Tools come as you move forward. Clarity comes from action, not from sitting still. You don't find purpose by waiting for it. You discover it through doing. Start with what you have. If you have 5 minutes, use them. If you have one idea, write it down. If you only have your phone, record something. Every small action creates motion, and motion creates progress. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, what matters is that you start. Perfection is the enemy of progress. You don't need to get everything right, you just need to get moving. Mistakes will happen, and that's okay. Every mistake is proof that you tried. Every failure teaches you something that perfection never could. Think of your life like a staircase. You don't need to see the top to take the first step. You just need to trust that if you keep climbing step by step, you'll get there. And with every step, you'll grow stronger, wiser, and more confident. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Everyone starts somewhere. The person you admire once stood exactly where you are now, scared, uncertain, and unsure. But the difference is, they didn't let that stop them. They began anyway. You already have what it takes. You don't need to wait for more motivation or better timing. You just need to decide that today is the day. Because every dream, every goal, every success begins the same way, with a single choice to start where you are. So start writing that page, start doing that workout, start learning that skill, Start talking to that person. Whatever it is, start now. Start small. Start imperfect. Start afraid, but start. One day, you'll look back and realize that the moment you began was the moment everything started to change. You'll see that it wasn't about being perfect. It was about being brave enough to begin. And that's how every great journey starts, right where you are.
When you start where you are, something amazing happens. You begin to see that progress doesn't come from giant leaps, but from steady movement. Every small action you take starts creating energy around you. You begin to notice things differently. You start learning, adapting, and finding ways that weren't visible before. That's because action brings clarity. The moment you move, your path becomes clearer. Think of it like driving at night. You can't see the whole road ahead, only what's visible in the headlights. But if you keep driving, the road keeps revealing itself. Life works the same way. You don't need to see the entire plan. You only need to take the next step. The rest will show up as you move forward. Some people wait until everything is perfect because they fear failure. They think starting small makes them weak or unprepared. But the truth is, starting small is the strongest thing you can do. It takes courage to begin when no one believes in you. It takes strength to move forward when the outcome is uncertain. And it takes faith to trust that small beginnings lead to big results. Remember this, nobody starts as an expert. Every professional athlete was once a beginner. Every successful entrepreneur once doubted themselves. Every confident person once felt nervous. What made them grow wasn't luck, but consistency. They didn't let the fear of being imperfect stop them from acting. They used what they had, learned from mistakes, and improved along the way. Let's take an example. Imagine a young man who dreams of becoming a great public speaker, but he's shy, his voice shakes, and forgets his words. Instead of waiting to feel confident, he joins a small group, speaks for 2 minutes, and stumbles through it. The next week, he speaks for 3 minutes, then 5. Months later, he's giving talks to hundreds of people. What changed? Not his fear, his action. Fear doesn't disappear when you wait, it disappears when you face it. Every time you take a small step, you teach your mind that action is stronger than hesitation. You train your brain to see movement as normal. And soon, starting becomes easier because you've built the habit of doing. You don't need a perfect start, you just need a real one. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, it's real. And real progress beats perfect plans every single time. Many people spend years thinking about what they could do, but never experience what they can do. Don't let that be you. Don't be the person who says, "One day I'll begin." Be the person who says, "Today I begin." The world rewards action, not waiting. If you ever feel like you're not ready, remind yourself, no one ever feels ready. Ready is a feeling that shows up after you start. Once you move, you learn, you grow, and that's when confidence appears. Let's take another example. Think of a seed. When it's planted, it doesn't wait for perfect weather or perfect soil, it just starts growing through dirt, darkness, and difficulty. And with time, it becomes a tree. You are the same. Growth happens when you move through challenge, not when you avoid it. Don't underestimate the power of one small start. That single step could change your entire direction. A person who starts reading 1 page a day will finish a book in a month. Someone who saves a small amount daily will have something big in a year. Change always begins small, but small is powerful when it's consistent. The key is to stop judging your beginning. You might feel like your first attempt is bad, or that no one cares, or that it's too late. But every master was once invisible. Every dream starts in silence. Every success story begins in private before it's seen in public. Your start might be quiet, but that's where your power is built. You might fail a few times. You might feel lost or tired, but that's okay, because every mistake teaches you something important.
Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Each time you fall, you're collecting experience, wisdom, and strength that will help you later. So when things don't go perfectly, don't quit. Adjust, learn, and keep going. The act of continuing, even when it's hard, is what separates winners from quitters. Progress isn't about speed, it's about direction. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. If you keep doing that every day, you'll be shocked by how far you've come in a year. Because success doesn't happen overnight, it happens through daily courage, quiet effort, and the choice to begin again every time you fall. One day, you'll look back at this exact moment, the day you decided to start, and realize that it was the turning point. The day you stopped waiting for perfect conditions and chose to move forward with what you had. That's the day your life truly began to change. So take a deep breath and look around. Whatever tools, time, or strength you have right now, it's enough. You are enough. The journey you dream of is already within your reach. You just have to begin. Start now. Start where you are. And don't stop. Because every great story begins exactly this way.
Chapter 2. The Power of Small Steps. Big changes never happen all at once. They are built quietly, through small, steady actions that most people overlook. The truth is, success doesn't come from sudden bursts of effort. It comes from the small steps you take every single day. Every step might seem too small to matter at first, but together, they create unstoppable momentum. Think about a mountain. From far away, it looks impossible to climb. But when you take it one step at a time, it becomes possible. You don't climb a mountain by jumping to the top. You climb it by moving your feet, one step after another. The same goes for your goals. You don't reach them overnight. You reach them through small, daily effort. Many people give up too early because they want results too fast. They start strong but lose motivation when they don't see instant progress. But the ones who succeed are those who stay patient. They understand that small steps, done with consistency, create big transformation. They trust the process even when progress is slow. Look at nature. A tree doesn't grow in a day. It starts as a tiny seed, hidden underground. You can't see its growth at first, but roots are forming, strength is building, and soon it breaks through the soil. Growth always starts in silence. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean it's not happening. The power of small steps lies in momentum. Once you start moving, every small action adds energy to your journey. One step becomes two becomes 10, and before you know it, you've come farther than you ever imagined. Momentum is what carries you forward when motivation fades. Let's take an example. Imagine someone who wants to get fit. They think they need to do intense workouts every day, so they start hard and quit after a week. Another person decides to start small, just a 10-minute walk each morning. It doesn't feel like much at first, but they keep going. Weeks later, 10 minutes become 30, then an hour. Their body and mind start changing. Why? Because consistency beats intensity every time. Small steps work because they are easy to keep doing. You don't get burned out. You don't feel overwhelmed. You just keep building, little by little. And over time, those small actions turn into powerful habits. Think about learning a new skill, like playing an instrument or speaking a new language. If you practice just 15 minutes every day, you'll be amazed at how good you become in a year. But if you wait for the perfect time to practice for hours, that time may never come. The secret is to show up daily, no matter how small the effort seems. There's a famous saying, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant." Every small action is a seed. You may not see the results today, but you're preparing your future. The more seeds you plant, the more your garden grows. Let's look at an example from history. Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He failed thousands of times.
but each failure was a small step that brought him closer to success. He once said, "I didn't fail. I just found 10,000 ways that didn't work." His persistence is what changed the world. Another great example is from the world of sports. Serena Williams didn't become one of the greatest tennis players by training once in a while. She trained every single day, improving one small detail at a time. Each day's effort added up, and those small improvements became mastery. That's the power of small steps. They turn ordinary effort into extraordinary results. Small steps also build patience. Patience isn't just waiting. It's trusting that your daily actions are leading you somewhere, even when you can't see the outcome yet. It's believing that progress is happening beneath the surface. When you practice patience, you train your mind to stay calm and focused, instead of frustrated and rushed. You see, success is not a race. It's a process. It's a series of small moments where you choose to keep going even when no one's watching. The real difference between people who succeed and those who quit is not intelligence or talent, it's consistency. Even in your daily life, the smallest things matter. Reading one page of a book each night can change your mindset over time. Saving a small amount of money daily can build financial freedom. Speaking one kind word each morning can strengthen your relationships. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day. Let's imagine you're climbing stairs. You don't reach the top by skipping steps. You climb them one by one. Some days you might take big strides. Other days, just small ones. But as long as you keep moving upward, you're still moving forward. And that's all that matters. The biggest trap people fall into is thinking small actions don't count. They say, it's just one workout missed, or it's just one day off, or it's just one choice. But small actions build habits, and habits build your future. Every choice you make adds up, either moving you closer to your goal or further away from it. There's a story about a man who wanted to learn painting. For the first 6 months, his paintings were terrible, but he painted every day, one small canvas at a time. Years later, he became known for his art. When people asked how he got so good, he smiled and said, "I never tried to paint the perfect picture. I just painted every day." That's the lesson. Progress is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You don't need to do everything today. You just need to do something today. One small step forward still counts as movement. Remember, small steps might not feel powerful in the moment, but over time, they build a strong foundation. Like drops of water filling a bucket, one drop doesn't make a difference. But keep going, and soon the bucket is full. Your efforts work the same way. If you want to change your life, stop focusing on the finish line. Focus on the next step. Ask yourself, what can I do today that will move me 1 inch closer to my goal? Then do that. Because small actions done daily are stronger than big actions done rarely. Patience will become your greatest strength. The more patient you are, the more focused and steady you become. While others rush, burn out, and quit, you'll still be moving forward. Slow progress is still progress. As long as you're improving, even a little, you're winning. So don't worry if your progress feels small. Don't compare your pace to anyone else's. Just keep stepping forward. Each day you stay consistent, you are building momentum. Each small step is preparing you for bigger ones. And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. You'll see that those small actions, the ones that felt too simple to matter, were the very steps that built your success. The power of small steps is real. It's quiet, patient, and steady, but it's unstoppable. So start today. Take that one small action, because one small step repeated daily has the power to change everything.
Chapter 3. Believe before you see. Everything you want to become begins with belief. Before success comes, before confidence grows, before results show, belief must come first. Belief is the seed that turns into action, and action is what creates results. You can't wait to see proof before you start believing, because belief itself is what brings the proof to life. When you don't believe in yourself, every challenge feels impossible. You hesitate, you doubt, and you stop before you even begin. But when you do believe, even a little, something changes inside you. You start trying. You start moving. You start creating the very results you once thought were out of reach. Every great story begins with someone who believed when no one else did. Think about it. When Walt Disney dreamed of creating Disneyland, people laughed at him. They said it was impossible, a childish fantasy. But he didn't wait for approval. He saw the park in his mind long before it was built in reality. He believed before he saw. And because he believed, he kept working until the dream became real. Belief is the foundation of all growth. You can have talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but without belief, none of it matters. Because belief gives you energy to keep going when results are slow. It gives you courage to face failure without giving up. It's what keeps the light on when everything around you feels dark. There will always be moments when you don't see progress, days when your hard work feels invisible. But that's exactly when belief matters most. Anyone can believe when things are easy. True strength is believing when nothing is certain. Think of a seed again. You plant it in the ground, water it every day, and for a long time, you see nothing. The soil looks the same, but beneath the surface, growth is happening. Roots are forming. Strength is building. The seed doesn't doubt itself. It doesn't stop growing just because it can't see the sunlight yet. It keeps pushing. That's how belief works. When you believe in yourself, even when there's no visible result, you are training your mind to trust your process. You are choosing faith over fear. And that faith becomes power. Quiet, invisible power that guides every step forward. There's a story about a young man who wanted to be a boxer. He wasn't the strongest or fastest, and people told him he'd never make it, but he believed he could. He trained every morning before sunrise, every night after work, and even when no one was watching. That man was Muhammad Ali. Before he was known as the greatest, he already believed he was. He said, "I am the greatest." I said that before I even knew I was. His belief created his reality. Belief gives you permission to dream bigger. It lets you see possibilities instead of problems. When you believe, you stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "I'll find a way." That shift changes everything because your thoughts become your direction. Whatever you keep believing, you start moving toward. But here's the truth. Belief is not something you just wake up with. It's something you build. It grows every time you take a small action and keep a promise to yourself. When you say you'll do something and you actually do it, your brain starts to trust you. Slowly, your self-belief strengthens. Confidence is not given. It's earned through action and consistency. Even if you fail, your belief doesn't have to disappear. In fact, every failure is a chance to believe again, this time stronger. Each time you fall and get back up, your mind learns that you can survive failure. And once you realize that failure doesn't destroy you, fear begins to lose its power. Sometimes the people around you won't believe in you. They'll doubt you, laugh at you, or tell you to be realistic. But that's okay. You don't need everyone to believe. You just need one person to believe. You. When you truly believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. The world starts catching up to the vision you already held inside. Look at Oprah Winfrey. As a child, she was told she'd never be successful. She faced poverty, rejection, and endless obstacles, but she believed she was meant for more. That belief pushed her through every hardship, and today, she's one of the most influential people in the world. Her belief came long before her success. Believing before you see isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about trusting your path even when you can't see the whole road. It's about knowing that every small step is building something greater, even if it's not visible yet. There will be days when self-doubt whispers, "You're not good enough," but belief answers, "I'm growing." There will be times when nothing seems to work, but belief says, "Keep going. Progress is happening, even if I can't see it yet." Your mind is powerful.
It believes whatever you tell it most often. So if you keep saying, "I can't do this," your brain will find proof to support it. But if you start saying, "I can learn, I can grow, I can improve," your mind will start working to make that true. What you believe becomes your world. It's easy to believe in others. You see their strengths clearly, but you need to start seeing yours too. Start noticing the times you overcame something difficult, the moments you didn't give up, the progress you've already made. Those are signs that you have strength inside you, proof that you can trust yourself. Belief isn't about ignoring reality, it's about shaping it. It's choosing to see beyond your current situation. It's saying, "This is where I am now, but it's not where I'll stay." That belief pushes you forward, keeps you patient, and helps you build a better future step by step. Even when you can't see results yet, act as if you already have what you want. Speak as if it's already happening. Live as if success is coming, because when your actions match your belief, reality begins to align with your vision. Think about a bridge under construction. At first, it's just steel and dirt. It doesn't look like a bridge at all. But the workers keep building, following the plan because they believe in the final structure. They don't stop just because it doesn't look complete. That's what you must do. Keep building your dream even when it doesn't look finished. Remember, belief is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you speak positively to yourself, every time you push through fear, every time you take action despite doubt, your belief grows. So stop waiting to see results before believing. Believe now. Believe before you see, because belief is the first brick in the foundation of every success. You can't see the top of the mountain from the bottom, but that doesn't mean it's not there. You climb because you believe it is. Your dreams are not too big. Your goals are not impossible. You just need to believe that you are capable of reaching them, even if you don't see the path yet. One day, you'll look back and realize that your belief was what made everything possible. You'll see that the moment you chose to believe, the universe began to move with you. That was the turning point, when you stopped doubting and started trusting yourself. So keep going, even when it's dark. Keep believing, even when no one else does, because belief always comes before achievement. And once you truly believe, there's nothing you can't create.
Chapter 4. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is like a spark. It burns bright, but it fades fast. Discipline, on the other hand, is like firewood. It keeps you warm even when the spark is gone. Many people rely only on motivation to chase their goals, but the truth is, motivation is not always there. Some days you'll wake up excited, ready to conquer the world. Other days you'll feel tired, bored, or doubtful. That's when discipline becomes your best friend, the thing that keeps you moving even when you don't feel like it. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. When you depend only on feeling inspired, you'll quit the moment that feeling disappears. But when you depend on discipline, you'll keep going no matter how you feel. That's the real secret of winners. They don't always love the process, but they respect it. They don't wait to feel ready. They show up every single day. Think about an athlete training for a big competition. There are days when their body hurts, when they'd rather sleep in or skip the workout. But they don't. They show up anyway. Not because they're motivated every day, but because they've built the discipline to stay consistent. That's why they succeed. Not because they always feel strong, but because they act strong even when they don't. Discipline is simply doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to do it. It's about keeping promises to yourself. Every time you follow through, even on a small task, you're training your mind to trust you. You're proving to yourself that your word matters. And once you build that trust with yourself, you become unstoppable. Let's take an easy example. Imagine you decide to read for 10 minutes every night. The first few nights, you're excited. But soon you start feeling lazy, you tell yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow." And tomorrow becomes never. But if you stick with it, even when you don't feel like it, something changes. It becomes a habit. You no longer fight with your mind, you just do it automatically. That's the power of discipline. It turns effort into instinct. Motivation asks, "Do I feel like it?"
discipline says it doesn't matter. That's why discipline beats motivation every time. Motivation depends on mood. Discipline depends on decision. You don't control how you feel, but you can control what you do. And when you take action first, feelings often follow. You'll notice that once you start doing the work, motivation actually comes back. Think of students who study every day not because they love every subject, but because they know their goal: to pass, to graduate, to build a better life. Their discipline today creates their freedom tomorrow. The same rule applies to every dream. You have to pay the price before you enjoy the reward. Many people think successful people are always motivated, but they're not. They've just learned how to act without waiting for motivation. They use systems, routines, and habits to remove excuses. For example, a writer might wake up and write 500 words every morning, no matter what. Some days those words are great. Other days they're not, but they still write because they know progress comes from consistency, not perfection. Here's something powerful to remember. Discipline is freedom. It might sound strange, but it's true. When you are disciplined, you control your time, your habits, and your results. When you lack discipline, your impulses control you. Every time you skip what you should do, you give your power away. But when you stay committed, you take that power back. You don't have to be perfect to be disciplined. You just have to be committed. Some days you'll do great, other days you'll struggle. What matters is that you keep coming back. Missing one day doesn't ruin you. Quitting does. If you fall off track, don't feel guilty, just get back up. Discipline isn't about never failing. It's about always returning. Let's use another simple example. Imagine a person learning guitar. At first, it's exciting, but after a few weeks, their fingers hurt and the progress feels slow. They want to quit. But if they keep practicing a little every day, even 15 minutes, their fingers get stronger, their mind learns the chords, and one day they can play songs they once thought were impossible. That's not motivation. That's discipline turning small effort into big skill. If you ever feel like you don't have enough motivation, don't worry, you don't need it. You just need a system. Create habits that make it easier to do the right thing. Prepare your clothes the night before if you want to exercise. Set a timer to focus for 30 minutes if you need to study. Make discipline automatic by removing choice. When something becomes a routine, your brain stops resisting it. Also, reward yourself. Discipline doesn't mean living with no joy. It means balancing effort with satisfaction. When you keep a promise to yourself, celebrate it. Tell yourself, I did it. Those small rewards build confidence and make discipline feel natural instead of forced. Remember, every time you choose discipline over comfort, you grow stronger. Every time you show up when it's hard, you train your mind to keep going. Over time, you'll notice something. You won't need motivation because you'll become the kind of person who acts no matter what. The truth is, you don't need to feel inspired to win. You just need to be consistent. And that's what discipline gives you, the power to keep moving when everyone else stops. So, from today on, stop waiting for the perfect mood. Stop waiting to feel ready. Just start. Create routines, keep promises. Push yourself a little each day. Because discipline may be tough now, but it will make your life easier later. Motivation is a visitor. It comes and goes. But discipline, that's your home. Build it strong, live in it every day, and you'll never have to depend on fleeting feelings again. Keep showing up. Keep moving. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, especially on those days. That's how you rise above the rest. That's how you build a life that's unshakable. Because at the end of the day, motivation might start the journey, but discipline finishes it.
Chapter 5. Learn, don't lose. Failure is not the enemy. It's not the end of the road. Too often, we treat mistakes like walls we can't pass. But the truth is, failure is one of the most powerful teachers you will ever have. Every setback, every loss, every moment you feel defeated carries information. It's not a limit, it's a lesson. If you change the way you see failure, you change the way you grow. When you fail, it is easy to feel like giving up. Your mind says, I tried, and it didn't work. Maybe I'm not good enough. But those words are lies.
They only exist because you are focused on the outcome, not the learning. What really matters is what you take from the experience, how you adjust, and how you use that knowledge to move forward. Think about Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb on the first try. He failed thousands of times. Most people would have quit, but Edison didn't see those attempts as failure. He saw them as steps closer to success. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Every time he failed, he learned something new. Every time he failed, he moved closer to his goal. Failure is like a mirror. It shows you where you are weak, where you need to grow, and what you can improve. The moment you stop being afraid of mistakes and start asking, "What can I learn here?" is the moment you stop losing. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the master of your growth. Even in daily life, mistakes are opportunities. Maybe you gave a presentation that didn't go well. Instead of thinking, "I failed," ask yourself, "What can I do differently next time?" Maybe you didn't study enough for a test. That's a lesson in preparation and discipline. Maybe you argued with a friend and hurt them. That's a lesson in patience, communication, and understanding. Every loss contains the seed of learning if you look for it. The problem most people face is that they let failure define them. They let one mistake convince them they are incapable. But real winners don't. Real winners understand that failure is temporary and learning is permanent. Every time you make a mistake, you're building knowledge, strength, and resilience. Every setback becomes a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Think about sports. A basketball player misses shots in practice. The first time, they feel discouraged. But with each miss, they learn. The angle, the strength, the timing. Each failure teaches them something. When the next game comes, they are better, more prepared, more confident. That is how athletes turn mistakes into mastery. Even in business, failure is part of growth. A company launches a product and it fails. It's tempting to call it the end. But those who succeed use the data, feedback, and experience to improve. They analyze, adapt, and try again. Every failure is information, a blueprint for a better attempt. Those who learn grow stronger, while those who lose focus on the disappointment and stagnate. It's important to understand that failure doesn't define your identity. Failing at something doesn't mean you are a failure. It simply means you tried. And trying is proof of courage. Every mistake shows that you're moving, experimenting, and pushing yourself beyond comfort. Comfort never leads to greatness. Challenge does. And challenge always comes with mistakes. There's a story about a young artist who submitted paintings to galleries and was rejected again and again. Each rejection felt like a punch, but instead of quitting, she asked, "What can I do better? What did they see that I missed?" She improved her work, learned from feedback, and kept submitting. Years later, she became celebrated for her unique style. Her failures were not dead ends, they were lessons. Learning from failure requires honesty. You must look at what happened, accept it, and ask, "How can I improve?" Avoid blame, excuses, or regret. Focus on what you control: your effort, your response, and your growth. The moment you take responsibility, the moment you seek the lesson, you stop losing. Even the smallest mistakes can teach you something if you pay attention. Maybe you wasted time in a project. That's a lesson in planning and focus. Maybe you said something you regret. That's a lesson in self-control and empathy. Maybe you invested badly. That's a lesson in research and patience. No failure is wasted if you look for the lesson. Failure also teaches patience. Growth does not happen instantly. You won't learn everything from one mistake. You will fail many times before mastery appears. But each failure strengthens your mind, your skills, and your confidence. You develop resilience. You develop courage. You learn how to keep going even when it's hard. The key is to never quit because of failure. Quitting is the only real loss.
Every setback becomes a stepping stone if you keep moving. Each lesson builds a foundation for your next attempt. Over time, small lessons compound into massive growth. Every failed attempt is a necessary part of progress. Think about your own life. When you fail, it may feel painful, even unfair. But if you ask yourself, what can I learn? You turn pain into power. Every mistake becomes a tool to shape a better future. Every loss becomes a teacher. Every setback becomes a new chance to rise stronger than before. The mindset of learn, don't lose changes everything. You stop fearing mistakes. You start seeing opportunity everywhere. You stop hiding from challenges and start facing them. You stop worrying about looking perfect and start focusing on growing. That is the mindset that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. So remember, failing doesn't mean you are defeated. It means you are trying. It means you are learning. It means you are moving forward. Stop letting fear of failure hold you back. Embrace every mistake, examine it carefully, and extract its lesson. Let each setback become a stepping stone. Your journey is not about avoiding failure. It's about using it. Every obstacle contains the blueprint for your next success. Every challenge carries a lesson you can apply. Every loss is a teacher if you choose to learn. Learn, don't lose. See mistakes as lessons, not limits. Transform setbacks into stepping stones. That mindset will carry you farther than talent alone ever could. It will give you courage when others quit. It will give you knowledge when others panic. And it will build strength when others crumble. Every failure is temporary. Every lesson is permanent. And if you carry that understanding with you, there is no challenge too great, no goal too far, and no dream too big. Keep learning, keep moving, keep turning losses into lessons. That is how success is truly built.
Chapter 6. Control your mind, control your life. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can lift you higher than you ever imagined, or it can trap you in fear and doubt. The difference is in how you use it. Most people don't lose because they aren't talented or capable. They lose because they let their minds control them instead of learning how to control their minds. When your mind is calm, focused, and strong, you can face anything. But when it's filled with negativity and doubt, even small challenges feel impossible. Everything starts in your mind. Every success, every failure, every dream, and every fear, it all begins with a single thought. If your thoughts are positive, you'll move with confidence. If your thoughts are negative, you'll move with hesitation. The secret to a strong life is mastering what happens inside your head before trying to change what's outside it. Imagine your mind like a garden. If you plant good seeds, hope, confidence, gratitude, discipline, you'll grow peace and success. But if you let weeds, fear, doubt, laziness, and worry take over, they'll destroy everything. The garden doesn't decide what grows, you do. You are the gardener of your thoughts. Every day you choose what to water. Sometimes your mind will tell you lies. It will say, "You're not good enough, you'll never make it," or "Why even try?" Those thoughts are not truth. They are fear in disguise. You can't stop those thoughts from coming, but you can stop believing them. You can replace them with stronger ones like, "I can handle this," "I'm improving every day," and "This challenge will make me stronger." The more you repeat positive thoughts, the stronger they become. Your brain listens to what you tell it. If you keep saying you can't, your brain will look for reasons to prove it. But if you tell yourself you can, your brain will start finding ways to make it possible. That's why self-talk is so powerful. It's the voice that shapes your reality. Think about athletes. Before a big game, many of them close their eyes and visualize success. They see themselves scoring, winning, performing perfectly. They're not just imagining, they're programming their minds to believe. And once the mind believes, the body follows. You can do the same. Every day, visualize your goals. See yourself calm, strong, and capable.
The mind you train in private becomes the strength you show in public. Your thoughts are like a steering wheel. They decide where your life goes. If you think negatively, you drive yourself towards frustration and fear. But if you think positively and stay focused, you drive yourself towards growth and success. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you think about it. That control changes everything. When something bad happens, your mind can either say, "This is the end," or "This is just a test." The event is the same, but your mindset decides your outcome. Two people can face the same storm. One gives up, the other grows stronger. The difference isn't in the storm, it's in their minds. Let's take a simple example. Imagine two students who fail a test. One says, "I'm stupid, I'll never get it." The other says, "I didn't prepare enough, I'll study smarter next time." Both failed, but only one will succeed next time because one controls his mind while the other is controlled by it. The way you think creates the way you live. When you train your mind to stay calm under pressure, you win in silence. When you learn to focus on solutions instead of problems, life becomes lighter. When you replace "I can't" with "I'll try," everything changes. But mental control doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that takes practice, just like any muscle. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively and switch to a positive thought, you are training your brain. Each repetition makes it stronger. Over time, you'll find that you naturally think with confidence instead of fear. There will always be moments when your mind tries to drag you down. You might feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed. In those moments, breathe. Remind yourself that thoughts are just visitors. They come and go. You don't have to listen to every thought your mind creates. Choose the ones that serve you and let the others go. A good technique is to use gratitude when your mind feels heavy. Whenever you catch yourself worrying, list 3 things you're thankful for. Gratitude rewires your brain to focus on what's good instead of what's missing. It's hard for fear and gratitude to exist together. One always replaces the other. Another powerful way to control your mind is through action. When you move, your mind follows. If you feel lazy, start doing something small. If you feel afraid, take one step forward. Action silences doubt. You can't think your way out of overthinking. You act your way out of overthinking. Also, be careful with your environment. The people you surround yourself with influence your mind. If you're around negativity, you will think negatively. But if you surround yourself with growth, learning, and positivity, your thoughts will rise to that level. Protect your mental space like you protect your home. Not everyone deserves to enter. Remember, your mind can either build you or break you. If you feed it fear, it will destroy your peace. If you feed it faith, it will guide your success. Your mind listens to the story you tell it, so make that story empowering. Here's something powerful. Champions aren't born fearless. They feel the same fear as everyone else. The difference is, they don't let fear make their choices. They control their thoughts, focus on the goal, and keep moving forward no matter what. Think of someone like Serena Williams. She's faced pressure, loss, and criticism, but she learned how to stay mentally strong, to silence the noise and focus only on her game. That's why she became one of the greatest athletes ever, not just because of talent, but because of mental control. You can do the same in your life. You can train your mind to stay strong when things go wrong, to keep calm when others panic, and to believe when others doubt. When you master your mind, you master your world. Every thought is a choice. Choose thoughts that build you, not break you. Choose focus over fear. Choose confidence over doubt. Choose calm over chaos. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. You can't control every situation, but you can always control your response. That is real power. That is how champions think, act, and live. Control your mind, and you'll control your future. So whenever you face a challenge, stop and remind yourself, my mind decides my direction. You have the strength to replace fear with focus, stress with clarity, and doubt with determination. You are stronger than your thoughts. You are the thinker, not the thought. Once you master that, nothing outside you can break you, because the person who controls their mind controls their life.
The more you understand your mind, the more you realize that most battles happen inside your head before they ever happen in real life. Your thoughts shape your emotions shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. That means everything starts with a single thought. If you learn how to master that first step, how to control what you think and how you respond, you can change everything about your life. Most people think their thoughts are automatic, like clouds passing through the sky. But in truth, you can guide them. You can choose which thoughts stay and which ones go. The problem is, many people feed the wrong ones. They focus on fear instead of faith, on problems instead of possibilities. They replay the worst moments of their past instead of imagining the best moments of their future. If you want to control your life, you have to change what you focus on. Focus is power. What you focus on grows. If you focus on failure, you'll feel weak. If you focus on learning, you'll grow. If you focus on pain, you'll feel stuck. But if you focus on progress, you'll feel proud. The same situation can feel completely different depending on how your mind interprets it. That's why controlling your focus is the secret weapon of strong people. Let's take an example. Imagine two people lose their job on the same day. One thinks, my life is over. The other thinks, this is my chance to start something new. The first person becomes bitter, the second becomes better. Same event, different mindset, completely different future. That's the power of controlling your mind. You see, your mind reacts to the story you tell it. If you tell yourself, I can't handle this, your brain starts believing it. But if you say, I'll figure this out, your brain begins finding solutions. Your thoughts command your energy. Whatever you think repeatedly becomes your reality. That's why mental discipline is so important. It's like training a muscle. If you keep lifting negative thoughts, you'll become mentally weak. But if you lift positive, focused, and determined thoughts every day, your mental strength grows. Every time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you're building inner power. Every time you calm yourself instead of reacting, you're proving to your mind that you are in control, not your emotions. There's a simple rule to remember. Your emotions don't have to lead you. They can follow you. You might feel scared, but you can still act brave. You might feel tired, but you can still choose effort. You might be unsure, but you can still move forward. Feelings are temporary, your decisions are permanent. Controlling your mind doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means managing them wisely. When anger, fear, or sadness appear, acknowledge them, but don't let them drive the car. Emotions are passengers. Your reason and discipline are the driver. You can listen to them, but you decide the direction. A great way to calm your mind when it's racing is through breathing. When you feel anxious or stressed, stop for a moment. Breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, and exhale slowly for 6. It sounds simple, but it resets your body and signals your brain to relax. In those few seconds, you remind yourself that you are in control, not your worries. Visualization is another powerful tool. Before facing a challenge, close your eyes and imagine yourself succeeding. See yourself calm, confident, and capable. Imagine the situation going your way. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It reacts the same way. That's why athletes, leaders, and performers all use visualization. It trains the mind to expect success, not fear it. Another trick is to talk to yourself like you would talk to a close friend. If your best friend made a mistake, you wouldn't say, you're useless. You'd say, it's okay, you'll do better next time. So why not speak to yourself with the same kindness? Harsh self-talk breaks confidence. Positive self-talk builds it. You become whatever you repeatedly say to yourself. Protect your thoughts the way you protect your home. You wouldn't let anyone walk into your house and make a mess, so don't let negative thoughts live in your mind rent-free. When they enter, show them the door. Replace them with gratitude, determination, or purpose. Each time you do that, you reclaim control.
It's also important to understand that your environment influences your thoughts. If you constantly hear complaints, gossip, and negativity, your mind absorbs that energy. Surround yourself with people who lift you, books that inspire you, music that energizes you, and routines that calm you. Feed your mind with strength, not stress. The more control you build, the less power fear has over you. Fear will always whisper, "What if you fail?" But your strong mind will answer, "What if I succeed?" That simple shift turns hesitation into action. Once you control your inner voice, no challenge outside can defeat you. Think about all the people who achieved greatness. Athletes, inventors, leaders, artists. What do they all have in common? A powerful mindset. They believed when others doubted. They stayed calm when others panicked. They focused on what they could do, not on what they couldn't. Their success didn't come from luck. It came from mental control. Even in the hardest times, your thoughts can either break you or build you. When you face pressure, train yourself to pause, breathe, and think clearly. Don't let panic lead, let purpose lead. Don't let fear talk louder than faith. Remember, your mind believes what you tell it most often, so keep feeding it strength. Every great journey begins with mastering your inner world. If you can't control your mind, you'll always feel controlled by life. But once you master your thoughts, you can face anything with confidence. You'll stop reacting to every problem and start responding with wisdom. You'll stop doubting yourself and start directing your energy toward growth. So the next time your mind says, "I can't," answer back, "Watch me." When it says, "It's too hard," reply, "Then I'll grow stronger." When it says, "You're not ready," remind it, "No one ever is, but I'll begin anyway." Every time you talk back to doubt, you build mental muscle. Every time you push through fear, you become more powerful. Your mind can be your biggest enemy or your greatest friend, and you get to decide which one it will be. Train it daily, protect it fiercely, feed it wisely. Because once you control your mind, you control everything: your peace, your success, your future. The world outside you may change 100 times, but your inner world can remain steady, calm, and strong. That is true power. That is freedom. Control your mind, and you'll never again be controlled by fear, doubt, or chaos.
Chapter 7: The Power of Patience and Persistence. In a world that moves fast, everyone wants results now. Quick success, instant recognition, fast progress. But the truth is, greatness doesn't come fast. It grows slowly, quietly, through patience and persistence. The people who achieve extraordinary things are not always the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who refuse to give up when things take longer than expected. Patience is not about waiting and doing nothing. It's about trusting the process even when you don't see the results yet. It's about showing up every day, even when it feels like nothing is changing. You see, every small effort counts. The seed doesn't turn into a tree overnight, but it grows a little each day under the soil, hidden, silent, but alive. That's how success grows too. Think of a bamboo tree. After you plant it, you water it for years and see nothing. No sprout, no sign of growth. Then, one day, it suddenly shoots up and grows more than 20 meters in a few weeks. But here's the secret. It wasn't growing in those few weeks. It was growing all along, underground, building roots strong enough to support that height. That's patience and persistence in action. Most people quit right before their bamboo breaks the surface. They give up because they can't see progress, even though growth is happening inside them. You might be in that stage right now, working hard, trying your best, yet feeling stuck. But don't stop. The roots are forming. Your foundation is being built. The results will come when you're ready to carry them. Persistence means doing what you said you'd do long after the feeling of excitement has gone. It means continuing when the motivation fades. Anyone can start strong.
Only the patient finish strong. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. One step at a time, one day at a time. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. When someone asked him how it felt to fail so many times, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." That's the mindset of persistence, seeing every failure as a step forward, not backward. Or take Michael Jordan, who missed over 9,000 shots in his career, lost 300 games, and failed to make his high school team once. Yet he's remembered as the greatest basketball player ever. Why? Because he never stopped showing up. He kept pushing through the misses, through the criticism, through the pain. That's patience. That's persistence. Patience teaches you that success doesn't need to be loud or fast. It can be slow, steady, and silent. Persistence teaches you that no matter how many times you fall, what matters is that you stand up again. The combination of both makes you unstoppable. When things don't go your way, your mind will tell you to quit. It will whisper, "It's not working." That's the moment you must stay calm. Remember, slow progress is still progress. You might not be where you want to be, but you're further than you were yesterday. Every effort is building your future self, even when it's invisible right now. The best things in life take time. Building muscle, learning a skill, healing from pain, growing a dream, all need patience. Rushing them only weakens the outcome. The people who succeed are those who keep going after everyone else stops. They don't need to see the finish line to keep running. They trust that every step brings them closer. You might think persistence is about never resting, but it's not. It's about never quitting. You can take breaks, you can adjust your plan, but you don't stop believing. You rest, but you don't retreat. You pause, but you don't give up. The key is to stay in the game long enough for your moment to come. Even when you feel behind, remember this: everyone's timing is different. Some people bloom early, others later. Some succeed young, others after years of quiet work. What matters is that you keep growing. Don't compare your timeline to others. The sun and the moon shine at different times, but both light the world. Here's something powerful. Every day you stay patient, you're becoming stronger. Every time you persist through difficulty, you're proving to yourself that you can handle more. Patience builds character. Persistence builds confidence. Together, they create the mindset of a champion. There will be moments when you'll feel tired, frustrated, and lost. You'll question why things take so long. But remember, diamonds are made under pressure, and gold is purified by fire. What you're going through is preparing you, not punishing you. The delay is not denial, it's development. When life feels slow, remind yourself, I am still growing. When progress feels invisible, say, the roots are forming. When the path feels endless, whisper, I'm closer than I think. Keep watering your dream, keep showing up, keep believing even when no one's watching. Because the most beautiful victories are born in silence and patience. And one day you'll look back and realize that every hard moment, every test of your patience, every time you refused to quit, all of it made you the person you were meant to be. So, be patient with yourself. Trust your timing. Stay persistent with your goals. Remember, the strongest trees grow slowly, and the brightest stars take time to form. Your journey may not be fast, but it's building something powerful inside you, something that will last forever.
Chapter 8. Push past comfort. Growth never happens inside your comfort zone. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you choose to stay the same. Comfort feels safe, but it silently steals your potential. It whispers, you're fine where you are, when deep down, you know you can be more.
Real change begins the moment you step into discomfort, the moment you face fear, uncertainty, and doubt and move forward anyway. Think about the gym. The muscle doesn't grow when you lift what's easy. It grows when you push one more rep, when it burns, when it hurts a little. That discomfort signals growth. Life works the same way. Every challenge that stretches you, that makes you uncomfortable, is building your inner strength. If you stay where everything feels easy, nothing new will ever grow. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your teacher. It's the test that shows how much you really want something. Anyone can work hard when things go right, but champions are made when things get hard, when others stop trying and they keep going. The people who grow the most are the ones who keep moving forward, even when everything inside them says stop. Look at every successful person you admire. None of them got there by staying comfortable. Elon Musk slept in his office during the early days of Tesla. Cristiano Ronaldo trained longer than anyone else when others were resting. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection after rejection before building her empire. They all had moments where quitting felt easier, but they pushed through the pain and kept going. That's the difference between average and extraordinary. Comfort zones are traps disguised as peace. They make you feel safe, but they stop you from evolving. The more you stay comfortable, the weaker your courage becomes. But every time you step out, your confidence grows. You begin to realize you can survive challenges. You can adapt. You can win. And with every victory over fear, your world gets bigger. Fear will always try to hold you back. It tells you that failure will hurt, that embarrassment will break you, that trying is too risky. But fear only has power when you listen to it. Once you act, once you take that step, you realize fear was just noise. Most of the things we're afraid of never even happen. Fear loses its grip when you face it head on. Imagine someone learning to swim. The first time they touch the water, it feels cold, scary, unfamiliar. But with each try, they become more comfortable. Soon they're gliding with ease. Something that once terrified them becomes natural. That's what happens every time you face discomfort. What was once hard becomes easy. What once scared you becomes your strength. You grow by doing what you don't want to do. You become better by facing what you fear. And you transform by doing what feels impossible until it's not. Each uncomfortable step builds resilience, the ability to keep going when life gets heavy. That's the muscle of success. There will be moments when your mind screams enough, when you'll want to go back to what's safe, what's familiar, but comfort will never give you pride. Comfort never gave anyone a story worth telling. Growth lives on the other side of resistance, in the pain, in the doubt, in the fear. That's where transformation happens. When you push past comfort, you start seeing what you're truly capable of. You realize your limits weren't real. They were mental walls built by fear and laziness. You learn that you can endure more than you thought. You can wake up early, train harder, study longer, take risks, and rebuild after failure. You stop asking, "Can I?" and start saying, "I will." Let's say you're working toward a dream and it feels like nothing's happening. Maybe you're tired, discouraged, or starting to think it's not worth it. That's the exact moment you must keep going. Because comfort wants to drag you back into average, while discomfort is pushing you toward greatness. If you stop now, you'll only have to start again later. But if you push through, you'll see what most people never do, your real strength. Discomfort also brings clarity. It shows you what really matters to you. When things get hard, you discover whether your dream is strong enough to fight for. That's why not everyone reaches the top, not because they can't, but because they give up when it hurts. The ones who make it don't enjoy the pain, they respect it. They understand that every challenge is shaping them into who they need to be. You will fail, you will fall, you will doubt yourself, but each time you rise again, you become tougher. And soon what once broke you
becomes your power. You start to crave challenges because you know every mountain you climb expands your strength and vision. You no longer fear the storm, you become it. If you ever feel scared to take the next step, remember this: comfort is temporary, but regret lasts forever. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Choose the discomfort that leads to growth, not the comfort that leads to stagnation. Every time you push yourself, when you speak up, take a risk, wake up early, or try again after failure, you're training your mind to be unstoppable. You're becoming someone who acts with courage, not fear. That's the mindset of every person who has ever achieved something great. So don't run from discomfort, run toward it. Step into challenges. Do the thing that scares you. Every act of courage builds another layer of confidence. Every risk taken adds strength to your spirit. The more you face the uncomfortable, the more unstoppable you become. One day you'll look back at the moments that scared you most and smile, because they'll be the moments that shaped you the most. Growth never happens inside comfort. It begins the moment you step beyond it. So keep walking toward the hard things. Keep facing the fear. Keep stretching your limits, because that's where your greatness is waiting.